Hello, friends.
Lou. Should get out dice.
Shakes dice. Uh,
Have dice.
Half dice. Anywho's, welcome once again to this episode of Skull Check for Grimgarian. As you'll notice, two of us are missing. So if we get this fun little duo session.
Ooh.
Yeah. Last time, as a little recap, we had the fun experience of clearing out a town our port town rather, that had a bunch of plants attacking it. And met Eclipsa and Lance, the two champions of the Solane and Lunane respectively. And then our friends Maltor and Sylvyre got zooped into a portal from right under everyone's noses.
Do I still have a catchy song going on?
I believe you do.
Okay. I don't know how it works, but I hope you do.
If I recall correctly, it's when you use a skill check, you get to add like a d6 or something.
Okay, and then pass it along.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Interesting.
It's like a floating bardic inspiration, if I recall correctly.
It's for 1 minute though, so.
Oh, then definitely not.
Well, look, are we falling for more than a minute? Are we falling, or do we
find a short rest before?
Yeah.
Before you fell.
Well, no, they passed it off as we fell.
Yeah, Asora passed it on right as we were going through the portal.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, you would still have it. Never mind.
But are we falling for more than a minute, or are we? What's happening?
So yeah, yes, stuff. Basically, as you were falling, was Asora reaching for Maltor's hand?
No, Sylvyre.
For Sylvyre. So Sylvyre, as you see Asora's hand,
tried to stretch it.
Yeah, as Asora's hand closes right above you, and you see the portal close. You feel both of yourselves just falling, but not quite. It's that suspended state where you're like free floating almost.
Feather falling.
Yeah, kind of. No, it's more like if you're like on your back, just floating in a pool. You know. It's like
extra feathers falling.
Extra feathers falling. Everything around you is pitch fucking black, right?
As you can we?
No, you can see each other. You can see each other. It's like you're in a suspended state, essentially, just like falling. And as you like look to your left and right, respectively, you can see each other. But more than that, you can see. So we'll go from Sylvyre's point of view to start with. From Sylvyre's point of view, you see Maltor, but like also in a line, essentially. You see faded versions of Maltor and yourself. Each version is slightly different or greatly different depending on from where you're comparing it to. You see a version of Maltor that has different horns or different hair, one with different skin, one wielding a fucking greatsword. You see other versions of yourself, some with like blue skin, some with orange hair. Basically,
you mean things I can do every day?
Things you can do every day, but you kind of instinctively know that it's like the standard version of you.
Interesting.
And Maltor, you see the same thing extended on either side of you. And slowly...
I tried to interact with myself then.
And so as you attempt to interact with yourself, you notice that all of the other versions of you are doing the same movement at the same time. And you feel like this weird deja vu sense as like you touch the version next to you and your hand passes through, but you feel something like brush on your shoulder.
Something's gone wrong.
You just hear echoing.
Oh my God!
Echoing for eternity. Something wrong.
Oh no, I should stop talking. This isn't how it's supposed to be. And just like a cacophony there.
Sylvyre, no!
And then all of a sudden, and just like that, it just goes quiet. You cease to see the other versions of yourself as you feel yourself sitting in very comfy chairs. They're velvet.
I could get used to this.
Oh God! All right.
That was mighty strange, but All right. Do we see anything besides the chairs we sit up, or do we only feel chairs and not see them?
At present, you only feel chairs.
Okay.
And slowly, you see this little dot, right? This little blue dot, like, collectively in front of you. And it just goes boop, and drops onto the floor. And you just see it, like, this blue spread across the floor and, like, slowly go upwards. Revealing the chairs that you feel, first of all. But everywhere seems to be illuminated. And as things slowly begin to, like, come into view from the spreading of the colors, you see a person sitting in front of you in a similar chair, reading a book.
What's the title?
What does it look like?
The book or the person? Hold on.
Both.
All right. The book is this very thick leather-bound book, and it. Actually, both of you roll a perception check for me really quickly, just to see if you see it.
15.
15.
Okay, well, you both see it then.
Okay.
As you see the pages, like, it's because it's kind of I don't have a book near me. It's kind of like at an angle, so you can kind of see the words, but not really. But you can see that the writing is constantly shifting. The page, like, for their right side, it looks basically as if someone is, like, writing it out and then, like, backspacing and then writing it out, right?
Oh.
The person themselves, it appears in a, like, all whitish blue, like, light blue cloak. Kind of like, think of Sean's shirt, but, like, more powdery in color.
Does it also say life is good?
Probably not.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
For branding reasons, no.
Okay. Life is adequate?
Life's adequate. They have a large brimmed hat, like a wizard / witch hat, that, like, goes over their face, and you can't see their face necessarily. And one thing that you notice about this figure that's very prominent, but not one that you notice right away, as you see the two hands, holding the book like this, but you see another hand, like, gripping the page back and another hand gripping the page forward.
Can they switch, or
They have.
There's like
they have
4
hands. They're...
Oh, okay. Okay. I lost count for a second.
That's fair.
Hey, I can do that too sometimes. Greetings, whoever's over there.
Oh, hello. Thank you for joining me, I suppose.
We weren't given a choice.
Yes, I see. Would you... She's gonna look up, down, go back a few pages, up, down. You wouldn't happen to be Sylvyre and Maltor, would you?
I see a reputation precedes us.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to meet you. I assume you already know the spelling, for it's down in that book for some reason.
I do, in fact, already know the spelling.
Excellent. Why are we here?
Quite frankly, I don't know. You're not supposed to appear for another few chapters.
Okay.
Sorry, my name is Ranny. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Okay.
Sorry, what was that?
Ranny.
Granny?
Ranny. R-A-N-N-S.
R.
Okay.
There is no G.
Do I put you under allies, enemies, or organizations?
Good question.
No. But interesting. So, could we read this book?
Well, you're certainly free to try.
It sounds like it's dangerous.
It's a little hard to read.
That's fine. I can read both Dwarvish, Gnomish, Halfling, and Common. It can't be that difficult, right? I'll give it an attempt.
Well, be my guest, and she's gonna stand up and walk over to you. As she like gets closer, you realize she is dramatically taller than both of you.
Oh,
Is she
geez.
taller than 10 feet?
She's taller than 15 feet.
Damn.
Oh,
And she's just
good
gonna like
lord.
reach
All right.
down and give you this thick tome, which you originally thought was about the size of a regular book, but now realize it's about the
Oh,
size
no.
of your torso.
Then
Oh,
that
no.
perspective kicks in, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Can I look inside?
You sure
Are
can.
you getting crushed? Are you good?
I'll live!
So as you like open the book and you see all the words, you see fleeting inklings of words that you can readily read and recognize, but it's constantly shifting and changing.
Where's my name? That's what I'm looking for.
Well,
I can recognize that.
Oh, there go. Over there. Oh,
Ooh.
I told you it's a little hard to read.
Do I
How
have
the
to
hell?
focus? Here, Maltor, look at this. This is interesting.
Roll strength check.
Oh, no.
Oh god.
18.
Okay.
Oh god, no.
Ah, your turn.
So
Ah,
somehow you
God.
manage to get the proper angle. Just
Yeah, I'll prop it up so he
Okay.
so he can look.
I'll try to see if I can spot a sentence that isn't moving too quickly.
Alright, so you manage, and you see just very quickly, it's there and gone in half a second. Maltor and Sylvyre learn, and then it's gone before you can finish the rest.
Alright, we're learning something.
Well,
It just said
Knowledge-
Maltor and Sylvyre learn. I don't. It left.
well, I mean,
Hey,
This
last time
book
you.
sucks.
Well, I mean, yes, you will, but I guess you won't. I guess it depends on what your definition of learning is. If nothing else, you get to experience a thing.
experience and knowledge are power, which equates to money. So don't worry, it'll be fun.
Yes.
As long as we're able to make it back at some point in time.
Well, in the other chapters you did, so I imagine you'd be fine.
Ah, excellent. What's gonna happen? How do we learn? What's going on?
Well, let's see. And she picks up the book rather easily, comparatively, and just like, let's see. It looks like this time you get to pick if you learn about the past, the near future, or the distant future. And while I can't necessarily guarantee the greatest information about the distant future, I can tell you it's, at least what will likely happen, given the current path that you are on.
Subject to change.
Well, yes, everything's
Asterisk.
subject to change as time works. Once you learn of something in the future, you can readily take steps to avoid it, or take steps to ensure it.
That
Right.
does sound promising. Because who needs to learn about the past? The past is the past.
However,
Yeah.
it does seem that I can only tell one of you one of them. So if Sylvyre, for example, were to take the distant future, Maltor, you would not be able to look into it.
But we got near future and distant future.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And the near
Alright.
future, it's more like a span of about 2 weeks.
All right. I mean, it can help a little bit, I guess.
I like the near future because it could help us ensure that our payment comes due and when the job is done. Because I don't believe we should get there within the 2 weeks, especially because we're taking a short-ish cut.
God, right.
Well, you do know that you have
Shortcut.
Lance and Eclipsa with you.
Yeah, that's why it would be safe. Except for the shortcut. The shortcut would not have been. Well, it would have been more dangerous than I'm willing to do. That's why we took short-ish.
If I may offer a little bit of advice.
Mm-hmm.
Often the near future is too difficult to change. Even if you happen to know about it, most of the things are set in stone, with a couple obvious, things that are more luck based. And I suppose just saying about the past isn't fully accurate. It is things that happen, to involve both of you, whether it be in ways that you directly know or not.
I can't say I've met Maltor before that fight, the initial fight we had. Not us, but you must know about it. You seem to be approximately knowing of many things.
I've read about it a number of times.
Ah, good. Interested. Maltor, you take first pick.
Future.
Near or distant?
What did you want? You wanted to see the near future?
Both seems like good options, but near future seemed most. Sorry. Near future seems like the best option for the current job, and as much as I love learning about future prospects and how to change them, learning about the current one might help us out. Oh, look, I like immediate gratification. You can't blame me for that, can you?
As a friendly reminder, the distant future is also the one that you can change, and is the one you are on course to follow.
Mm-hmm.
It's I guess it's a sense of inevitability versus things you didn't know you might know, versus predictability.
You have an option to not pick anything.
Well, of course.
But then we wouldn't learn. And what the book says apparently sometimes goes.
Right.
Time is weird.
Time is fun. Time is money.
The book said you would say that.
Fantastic. It knows me well.
Well, I would certainly hope so. It's done this a time or two.
Or 4, or 10. Who knows?
So you're sure about the near future then? Sylvyre.
What?
Sure about the near future? You want the near future, right?
Oh, I'll take that one. Yes. Sorry, I thought you were claiming the near future.
No, it's fine. Fine. Okay.
Do as you wish. I'll do the near future.
All right, fine. Future then. Go with that one.
The distant future. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And she's just gonna offer you her finger, I guess, because you're small comparatively.
Are you a god?
No.
Oh,
you give off the air of one.
I've been told that.
Oh.
Guess I'll take her hand.
And she's gonna very gently lead you over to this bookshelf. And you see on this bookshelf just thousands upon thousands of books that are constantly shifting. The titles are shifting, the colors, all that jazz. And she goes,
oh god,
this one, and just plucks one out really quickly. And you notice that this one, after she has plucked it out, is not really changing. And it's just gonna shrink it down to your scale and just hand you this book.
God, never been much of a book person, but okay.
You don't have to read it. Just open it.
All right. I open the book.
All right. So as you open the book, you see this blindingly white light in front of you. And your vision is really blurry for a second as you basically got flashbanged by a book.
Great.
Yep. And as your vision like fades back and you look around, you do not see Rennie. You do not see Sylvyre, at least the Sylvyre that you're familiar with. You see him in this uniform that you don't necessarily recognize. You see him holding his rapier, but like it's kind of not. It looks like it's been decked out with some other stuff that you don't necessarily recognize. You see a Sura off in the distance, clutching Reefus as his boomerang lays on the ground and his hand seems to hang limp at his side. And you see, just past them, a intimidating man with long white hair, with this very like, I'm blanking on the word. Almost mournful, or like a mournfully bored look on his face, as his sword is like resting, or his hands are in the hilt, or on the butt of the sword rather.
It's a human?
Yeah. With long gray hair.
Can they see me, or does it look like I'm here? I don't.
Well, at present, you're more of in a still image. Oh,
Okay.
excuse me. And as you look down to see yourself, excuse me again. Goodness. You see that your outfit is also slightly different. You're wearing a uniform similar to the one that Sylvyre is in currently. You have this visor. You can see yourself without like leaving your body. You see this visor over your head, but from the first person view, you don't notice anything different. You have this saber that's in the same like style that the one that Sylvyre has. It's got this bright red and like electricity crackling from it as you're like unsheathing it, and you appear to be in the midst of a dash.
Stop. If I can, am I stopping? Am
Well,
I moving?
Well, you're
Or just it's a still image?
Still image currently, and you get the feeling that you can like urge it forward or backwards,
frame by frame.
Forward slightly.
So as you feel yourself urging it forwards, it almost seems like a frame skip, right? Where like you're like it slowly moves to you like fully drawing the sword, and it's like a kind of cut, and you see yourself impaled upon the blade of the guy
Who looked bored?
Who looked bored, or like sad but bored.
I looked bored.
And he, and upon a closer inspection of his face, you can see that there is a singular tear that is run down his cheek, and his expression has not changed in the slightest.
What about, is Sylvyre attacking? Is anybody else like, in terms of position, is it us against this person?
It appears to be you against him.
Okay. What? Can I back it up? Can I back up the image at this point?
As you urge it backwards, it goes back to where we started, where Sylvyre, you're in the midst of the dash drawing this blade. Sylvyre is like
Heroic pose.
Heroic pose, because Sylvyre has to be the one in the heroic pose.
That will save the day.
You know, I think Reefus is already dead.
Do you want to go back further, or do you want to?
If I can.
Okay. So you urge it back forward, and you see like the blade slowly going back in, and then again it's one of the aggressive like jump cuts. And you see the four of yourselves standing against him, and you see this, and his expression hasn't changed amongst any of them. You're in an area that you don't recognize, surrounded by steel and iron and magic.
What? Is he decked out in anything? Like, what is he wearing? Is there any kind of emblem or?
He is wearing blue armor.
Right.
Yep. He has obviously the gray hair. He's got the cape. He appears to be in mostly plate armor, like modified plate armor, right? That appears to be glowing, like a brighter blue. And the symbol that runs across his armor, you notice appears to be like almost glitched out or fuzzy.
Oh. Interesting. Can I push it forward? Forward.
Forward. So I guess 2 forwards is back to where you have been impaled on this guy.
Yeah. Can I go further?
Yeah, absolutely. And you see, as you push it forward, you see him sitting there with the blade across his back this time, and he's staring off into the distance. And each of you, while severely injured, are at least sitting up. Various degrees of injury, and you see just this big fuck off sized portal. It's the only proper termage to to describe the size.
A very scientific measurement.
Yes. Okay. Oh.
And as you see the portal, it almost forces you to go forward, but in real time, where you hear a sigh escape his mouth. The portal spins, and you see this big claw come out of the portal. And then just like that, a bright flash, and you're back. Well, you okay there, dear?
Yeah. That's confusing. Huh. Portals get bigger than I thought they would. Jesus.
Bigger payouts.
What? I'm not sure about that one.
What's the worst that could happen?
Well, usually death.
Portal was bigger than her. Give you a size kind of comparison?
Wouldn't our first portal have been bigger than her because it split the giant beast in half? I don't remember a measurement.
So the portal on the first one was about 10 feet wide.
Oh, okay.
So it is about like 5.5, 6 feet shorter.
So the one that I just saw would have been like
eclipsing her 9 times.
Yeah. Okay. Let's say 10 times her size. That size.
How much you think they're paying for something like that?
Our lives, Sylvyre, come on. We can't.
We just get more people then. We have to split the payment, but then we win.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You know, life isn't always about money, Sylvyre.
I've been told that before. And all like
We're
always,
also...
it. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say we're also fighting this guy.
Just
I mean, it
one.
didn't look like he wanted to kill us per se, so there's that.
All the better.
Yeah.
We can always get him to fight for us.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah. Everyone
maybe
has a
knowing.
price.
Now, I was thinking more along the lines that knowing that he doesn't necessarily want to kill us, maybe next time we meet him, we can talk it out a little better.
Persuasion. That's cheaper.
You want to have a go at the books?
Sure.
Watch out for the flash.
The what? Opening a book? The what?
Are you looking at the past or the
Near future.
near future? The what? Whoosh.
Exactly.
So as you open up the book of the near future, this one once again feels as if you're like actually there. You see this big like arena that has an intersecting sun and moon, like kind of like here's the sun, crescent moon is like cut it, yeah, where it's. You can hear the cheering of the crowd and booing of the other side, respectively. And you see Lance and you see Eclipsa, and your view kind of like constantly flutters between one of four spots of either on either side of either of them. And excuse me. And as you see, like very quickly, as you're like swapping between these spots, there's your teammates, your allies on either side with them.
Split amongst the two of them?
Split amongst the two of them.
Hmm.
As you're like rapid firing through the the positions.
Mm-hmm.
And you also get the feeling that you can, similarly to Maltor, get a little bit forward or further back.
Let's go backward then and see if we arrived in the arena with our respective champions, or if we were split up upon entering the arena.
So as you like rewind it a bit, you see this guy, the satyr, dressed in clothing like adorned with the sun. It's a robe. And you see another centaur, but on the other side, wearing clothes adorned in like the crescent moon, similar to like how Eclipsa was dressed. And they seem to be like urging you to like divide yourselves amongst them.
That wasn't smart. We should have gone all four to one side. It would have been easy. But then the crowd wouldn't get a show. Interesting. Okay, let's tick forward. Let's see what happens. Let's see who I can put my bets on.
All right, so you, as you go further forward, because I'm assuming you want to see the end of the fight.
Yeah.
As you see the end of the fight, the fight constantly switches between Lance and Eclipsa holding up one of the swords that you are transporting,
delivering
in a victorious pose. And everyone appears to be fine, no matter who is like standing, as they're constantly swapping.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you just see it's swapping between them because it's one of the things that you can verify.
Are they holding both swords as if they had to steal one from the other?
No. So Lance and Eclipsa are wielding the respective like themed swords.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then holding it up as they went. Interesting. That's a quaint little ceremony of sorts. Painless too. I go forward. Do I see myself at a betting table and getting winnings?
No, this time you see yourself in this dark temple. The feeling of like still dead air and like dampness is like surrounding you, and you can just vaguely hear this guess a lullaby would technically be the proper term. But this very
Not a
soft,
fugue?
no, this very soft like song playing, and then you feel like your body turn around, and you see three cloaked figures, veiled in darkness, entering as the song grows louder.
That better not be where I have to pick up my package. Can I mimic the song?
You can certainly try.
Mm-hmm.
Roll performance with
Okay.
disadvantage.
That's fine. Or at the very least, mimic it to attempt to brain it, memorize it. To brain it. Hey, double 17s, which makes that a lot. 26.
26.
Oh, no, sorry. 24. That's not the one I have the expertise in.
All right. So you can attempt to mimic it, or as you attempt to mimic it, you do so. It's like the do 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 do. Like under what's the under like notes called?
Our two actual music experts are very much not here.
Yeah.
I'm many a year out of any music learning. But I can fake it till I make it.
The under notes,
the
whatever.
accompaniment?
The harmony?
No. It's like
not the melody, but the harmony?
Probably.
Oh.
Like the background part.
Probably the harmony then.
Yeah, the harmony,
yeah. As you can hear the harmony, and begin to replicate it. But as you do so, Maltor, as you hear him begin to like kind of hum this, you see music notes like slowly stretching across the stands, like stretch across his face, and music notes as well.
What?
And you see his hands just like slowly like dropping the book.
That might be a curse song.
And then once the book like fully drops, Sylvyre stops, and the notes in the stands like recline or return, or disappear.
Rescind.
Yes, that word.
Thesaurus Day.
It rescinds, and Sylvyre appears to be back to normal. As he is forcefully shunted from the book.
Whoops.
Good.
I had an interesting time. Did you hear what I was singing?
Yeah. It was appearing on your face as well.
What?
Yeah, you had markings. Not a gone, but
I was going to say, stretch the skin out to look at it.
Disgusting.
But
they're gone.
Interesting. Can I use my knowledge in Arcana to see what significance that might hold?
You can try.
Excellent.
Emphasis on try.
Emphasis on nat 20. So 23.
Okay. Unfortunately, despite the natural 20,
okay,
your knowledge isn't knowledgeable enough to know exactly what it is, but you get the idea that it's a charm of sorts.
Okay. Because I was going to ask, at the very least, could I know if it's harmful to hear and or replicate, even if I don't know exactly what it is?
It's a charm of sorts, and we can kind of leave it as that.
Depending on the definition.
Yeah.
Interesting. I want to form a melody to that song. Because I know counter song isn't, I don't think it's a thing in 5e, but still, I want to do something similar to that then. I want to invent it. But that's for a later time. When I have someone else to assist me with that, because I apparently don't write down my notes quite well in character. I need her to. I need a sword to proofread my notes.
According to Rhea,
apparently
it is 6th level.
Interesting.
Oh, suggestion. Oh, bard level. Oh, okay. I don't play enough bards to know. Thank you. Then this may justify that. If I do know we might not be at that point by that level by that point. Probably not. considering this is near future, but still, good to know. But yeah, no, we yeah,
Oh.
no, we're good. Yeah,
Everything's fine.
but yes, it was a interesting thing to look at. It seems we're going to make it through our short-ish cut just fine. We're going to go and we are, just like they said, participate in their various ceremony. We get to have a play fight, a duel, like a tourney duel, a show, for fun.
Like an actual fight, or is it just like kind of at Catalade?
Probably more like in what do we do at Cadillac? Oh yeah, the training. That didn't look like that didn't look like training except for Asora's opponent. And then again, that didn't look like training either. Because that was just misses.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. We're fighting without the actual potential of death.
In theory, yes. I didn't see any of us die, though I have a feeling whoever sides against Lance is going to be hurt, but not because I saw anything. That's just it. That's just my intuition because he is big.
He's a rather large specimen, yes.
Yes, indeed. But yeah, it looks like we're encouraged to split ourselves amongst the two of them. It's a fascinating little thing. Honestly, we should theorize the various pair-ups we have, and it would be interesting. Whoever Isora gets is going to have an unfair advantage. Ooh. But afterwards, I don't know. It was a dark room with hooded figures and that song.
Huh.
Yeah.
And you sang it.
Why not?
I mean, it started writing stuff on your face. I don't know what that was about, but I mean,
it may be part of the suggestion. Well, it may be part of the suggestion. Whether or not that is a result of the suggestion or a cause of the suggestion is another thing. But still, fascinating. Like I said, I hope that's not where we need to pick up our package. I will make sure to, if I can. I know I'm not going to in the image, but in my mind, I was the only one in that room.
No.
Oh, fantastic! Only of us, I should say, the group.
Yes. No.
Oh, okay, fantastic. We'll face it together. Whatever happens, hooded figures, we'll be fine. Even though I did not see the end result of that thing, we'll be fine.
Maybe we can put earmuffs on.
That might give advantage of some sort. Yeah, that could be interesting. Besides, you saw us in the distant future. We're not going to get shanked in that dark alleyway with hooded figures and whatnot. What's the worst that could happen? They rob us, actually. That's the worst that could happen.
What's the worst that could happen? Eyes shift. Sweats.
Oh, no.
I mean, it's not set in stone, right?
Yes, but difficult to change. Unless we get lucky.
It's the path at which you are currently on. It can be changed through effort, but what leads up to those explicit moments are impossible to say.
Fascinating. Right. But it happens after the fight, so we can think about it then. Very interesting. It's good to know these things to prepare ahead of time. As much as the past is curious, the past has already happened. What could we learn from the past?
Many things. Haven't you heard of the saying, those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it?
I don't know if that's a saying back where I'm from.
Those who do not learn from a bad deal are bound to make it again.
Damn. But those who don't learn from a good deal make it again. No, I'm kidding. Yes, interesting. But no, where I'm from doesn't actually deal with the deals. That's why I like the deal of the deal. So that might have more forest creature-esque kind of the squirrel who forgets where the nut buried. I don't know. Acorn, yes. No, but still. Fascinating. Interesting. Why are we here? Except to learn?
Well, usually it's just to learn. Though normally, once you each do your thing, this area falls apart. But all three of us are still here.
Like so it's supposed to fall apart.
Well, I mean, yes, but I mean, according to the books, you've always gotten out just fine. But
So that means we can learn more, like the past.
yes, I suppose so.
Excellent.
All right, you go first.
Sure.
When because
Or we could read the book together.
I was gonna say because it's God damn it, fucking watch. Because this is a
Imagine hurting.
God damn it, fucking watch.
What use is a watch in here? I don't see time progressing.
Time is an
Or constantly-
illusion. It's just
That's why it's not working then.
Because this is a strange moment. Mayhaps you can look at it together, but I can't guarantee that it'll necessarily focus on one of you over the other.
What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, death usually.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen here. We're already told we're not going to die.
Well,
But we're already on the unusual path.
he said what was the worst that could happen, and usually death is the worst thing that can happen in most scenarios.
Indeed. Indeed. I should trademark.
Fine. That's fair,
you can't
fair,
trademark
okay.
death usually.
No, what's the worst that could happen, TM? Pay me if you use that phrase.
I'm not paying you.
Ah, no, damn. No, that's okay. It's an interesting idea, though.
It is an interesting idea.
So the past.
I suppose so. And she's going to pull out this much thicker book. It's more along the lines of the first one, but not quite as fucking thick.
A book with 4 O's.
Book. And she just sets it on the ground, and it's maybe half the size of Sylvyre's torso.
I stretch to be slightly bigger.
The book's no, well, I suppose whenever you're ready, then.
All right. It's on the floor. Okay.
Thick book.
Yeah, we push it down, see where the pages open, and we go from there.
Alrighty.
All right.
Or lower it gently if we wish to be respectful.
Please be mindful of the books. They did nothing.
All right, we'll lower it gently, and then we'll let the covers fall open, or gently lower open.
Okay. So as
see where the pages fall.
As you open the book, you see the scene of the as the pages flip by themselves, and they appear to pause at the very beginning of the book and then fast forward a little bit, and both of you see this brilliant white flash. I
was gonna say there's wincing.
I knew it.
There's wincing when the book opens, and then it's like, oh, is there no flesh?
Wow, this is it's like the cat meme.
Oh yeah.
The flashback cat. Anyways, you both find yourself in the same area this time, right? And it is in a very heavily wooded area.
Ooh.
It appears to be closer to midnight 30-ish.
Guessing this is your place?
Possibly. Were you ever in the Venarius?
Nope.
Interesting.
Most
all right.
trees I've ever seen in my life. Good lord. All right.
It's difficult to get around sometimes, especially at midnight 30.
At midnight.
That's the worst time.
How do you know what time it is?
You just know.
Damn. All right.
You begin to hear a conversation, and you can't quite make out what it's saying at present. But as opposed to the future experiences, I guess, this one appears to be moving at more of a normal rate, like a standard flow of time, as opposed to just a moment. But once again, you hear voices from further up ahead that you don't fully recognize.
Let's go after him. Let's move a little bit. This will be interesting.
Yeah. I'm gonna just
Eavesdropping.
try to touch a tree as I pass by to see if I can actually interact.
You can, but you can't. So like the tree
Okay.
feels like solid, but like as you're progressing through bushes and stuff, the movement doesn't register with the bush, and you kind of just go like through.
Interesting. Okay. Let's go.
Casually
Let's go.
forgot to write a thing down.
Yeah,
Looking
it's
it up
fine.
really quickly.
Looks like we can actually touch stuff. That's good.
I
I'm not
imagine
gonna
we can't.
destroy the past.
Oh yeah. If we touched the wrong thing, suddenly we weren't born. That'd be bad. Even if we're probably already born in these past scenarios. But then
Yeah,
other people
well,
wouldn't be born.
we could
But
screw a lot of things up.
as you push forward through the brush, literally,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
you are greeted by four people standing together. The three of them, or three of them, are next to each other, like very close. Each of them holding a part of a paper and a pen, respectively, or a quill rather.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and Sylvyre, despite not being able to see the face, as you get closer, you begin to recognize the voice, and you simply hear, "It only cost me a minute."
This would be the first time, as much as I'm smiling, Silver would not be smiling. I can't stop them, can I?
And you just hear in like a cacophony of three like ethereal, somewhat feminine, somewhat masculine voices.
Mm-hmm.
It'll only cost a minute, and you'll never have to worry about rest again.
Oh, the clauses. The fool.
You know him?
Yeah. Yeah. He's a good guy. He's a good guy when he can get his sleep.
And you see him like grab the pen or the quill. Fuck. And just like reach out, and you see like in big cursive letters and cursive common. Yeah. You see the name Lupe.
Yeah.
Lupe Hildane. And it glows gold for a moment, and then it switches to like slowly fading into red as a contract begins to like take effect. And they slowly just wrap up the contract and just clap their hands collectively and go, "Wonderful. You'll never have to worry about rest again. All of your monetary dreams will come true." It's a good deal.
That is your friend.
Yeah. I didn't know it went down like that.
Is that why you're always talking about the face stuff?
A little bit. Entirely, yes.
Hmm.
Yes. This is what I need to break. And this is what's going to be. And those are the people I wish to demonetize. No.
No.
Oh, a faith worse than death.
Indeed. No, those are the ones I wish harm upon. Interesting. Though it is in their nature. And he just, I got him when he was down, needed the most, don't know the phrase, but there we go. Still. Damn.
What the hell did they do with a minute?
Oh, well, you know how loans go. There's compounding interest and fine print that you don't exactly read. The words get twisted. And a minute becomes two, becomes hours, becomes nothing or everything. I want him out of that contract because he doesn't deserve what he has. Well, what he received, I should say. He deserves me. But still, damn.
It just
It's fair.
And as you see Lupe like begin walking away, the Fae don't seem to leave. They're dressed in all red. Each of them have symbols of a full moon on them, like across various parts of their body. And unlike most Fae, you see that there is in fact metal on them.
That is weird.
And as opposed to following Lupe, you're almost not necessarily compelled, but like you have a feeling you should go to the Fae.
Follow them, yeah. What did they do afterwards? Let's go.
What are the odds? Wait, no. What are the odds that they can actually see us because of some bullshit face shit?
I doubt it. What's
the worst that can happen? Gee, I don't know. Dying? I don't know. Fine. Let's go.
Look, if they were to notice us, if they noticed us in the past, that means they already noticed us, and we're simply doing that noticing, and it's fine. Besides, I want to know more. What's up? Yeah, let's go. Let's trail them. Still not right behind them, at a couple body lengths back.
Right. So as you do so, they're seemingly like floating through the brush, the jungle
forest.
itself. Yeah, the jungle itself, the forest, and you just hear them kind of like talking between each other. I can't believe another one fell for it. Honestly, it's kind of insulting that people are this stupid. Don't worry about it. We will eventually get enough time. The army only needs so much rest.
Crap. I thought this were little tricks. I didn't know they were playing into something bigger. Oh no.
And once Sio-kun returns, the army will be ready, and we won't have to worry about it again. Yes, and we'll take his side as the generals once more.
Oh, fuck, Sio-kun.
Religion check?
I don't know. Can we check?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Ugh.
It's a high DC, I warn you.
I was gonna say
Yo.
7.
Wait, religion check?
You can do religion.
7.
Because they could do history if that's better for you, but like
that's the same for me.
Okay.
It's the same for me too.
All right. Doesn't ring a single bell.
But could you spell it for us?
SYO with an umlaut over it. KUUN.
I don't have the umlaut. It'll be a completely different person if we don't spell it with that.
I think I don't remember the console command for it, but I think because the umlaut just represents like the long noise, you could probably just replace it with a capital O.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can send you the thing later using Google.
Yes.
And the power of copy paste.
And the power of copy paste.
Yes, please. All right.
But fascinating, and I'm guessing that after a point we can't follow or perspective shift.
It just simply stops, and the forest begins to fall away.
Oh, jeez.
And you hear the sounds of the ocean. And actually, right there, we're going to take a break. A little bit early, but you know.
That's
okay.
Yeah, it's break time. We'll see everyone in
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
All right.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hello, we're back.
Yay!
Yay. No ease into that transition. Just we're back.
It's time for someone else's backstory. What's happening on a boat?
I mean, we don't know that we're on a boat yet. We just know ocean.
Yeah, so
True.
you hear sounds of waves in the water, like going through and washing upon itself. And you feel, and your feet go splishy splash, splish splash.
What?
My shoes are soaked.
Your shoes are just so fucking soaked. As you look down, and you don't see any land beneath you. You don't see a ship beneath you.
We're walking on water?
Not to be confused with sunshine. And as you look up into the sky, you see a full moon, blood red. As the sky is tinted a dark red as well, not a star in sight.
What do you got going on?
And I don't remember.
I don't know this.
This isn't my past.
And as you look down, you see a figure that is a hood, one of those like prisoner hoods that they like tighten around the neck so you can't see the face.
Oh.
There's a person with one of those like knelt on the ground, hands tied behind their back, and they're wearing a I guess it's the most similar thing to equate it to is a like moon themed yukata.
The moon keeps coming up.
With bits of armor like on the shoulders and the forearms, and a large sword in its sheath, resting in front of him.
Oh, on the water.
Yeah.
They're under the water?
No.
Okay.
On top of the water, like surface.
Okay.
What should normally sink is just kind of chilling there.
Ooh. I'm curious. Continue.
This isn't yours?
This isn't mine. Is it yours?
I don't know.
I don't know. We gotta keep watching to find out. I don't remember any of this.
On next week's episode of Dragon Ball Z. And you see two figures standing in front of them. One of them wearing a long flowing dress that is dark purple. The other one with in a freshly pressed suit, it appears, that is white with gold highlights and a large brimmed hat that doesn't quite reveal their face.
I was gonna say, Sylvyre doesn't know, but I vaguely remember these figures from your casino time, I believe.
You wouldn't know this.
I wouldn't.
Oh wait,
but...
no, this I think this is mine. But I was not here.
Ooh, well, to be fair, I wasn't at the last one either. I was simply tangentially involved.
Yep, same deal.
Fantastic.
Ranny did say that they may not necessarily like fully involve you.
Mm-hmm.
But
it fits the bill. What deal will be made in your stead, or about you, or dealing with you? Let's find out.
Good question.
You know, I don't know what you expected. There's no way to get away from this. And the figure just remains silent. I know they say that, the road to hell is paved with good intentions, but I never thought that you'd be some bastard willing to bet on himself and make himself hell. You know it's gonna return. And you know that without me, you can't stop it. No. We can stop it. We just have to pick the right people. Please, you know I'll get out of this foolish, pathetic concealment sealment that you're putting me in. I don't really wouldn't count on that, but you know what? Let's place a bet. If you do, you manage to go through this reformation, we'll give up being gods. You would give up your powers so willingly. Fools. No, I don't necessarily think it's willingly, but just in case we'll work on finding someone else. You know, can't be luck and misfortune without someone to manage it, right? No, for the god of luck, you're making a really stupid bet. That's what you think. Get on in there. And you see the suited figure like press one hand on top of the hooded figure. The bagged figure, question mark?
Black bagged,
yeah. And the figure in the dress picks up the weapon. And you see them just kind of like smoosh it together to create this large object that doesn't quite have a form. And you see it just plunge into the sea very slowly.
And could we see any of the skin of the hooded figure?
No, it was wearing a yukata, and then the face was...
The hands? Could we see the hands?
It was
anything?
You know what? I'll let you roll perception at disadvantage.
Yeah, okay.
It's a D12. I don't want
to
that.
Hold on.
Wait, actually, Maltor, you have dark vision, don't you?
Yeah. Plus, it is an 18
technically,
at disadvantage.
No, technically, because of dark vision, you'd be able to see the figure, but you'd see it in black and white.
Is there markings on their skins?
I was gonna say I only got a 9 for that, so I probably couldn't see.
Got 18. Come on.
With your disadvantage?
Yes, it was.
All right, there are in fact markings, but from the distance that you're at, they appear to be little more than curved black blobs.
Something. On the hands?
Yeah, they're on the hands.
Okay.
Yeah. That'd be the only skin you would really be able to see.
We could always, everyone we see, we just show us your hands.
Show me your hands.
Is it human-like?
Yeah. And as you like lean forward to get this view, both the gods seem to turn to you and look. And the phrase you heard when you when you attuned to the coin, too many T's, echoes through your mind again, of hearing the apology for setting you on this path once again.
This better not be the reason why they picked me.
I feel like this is a reason why you were picked. If not a reason, luck just seemed to fall into your lap.
It's not luck.
I mean, they're both involved, those two that claim.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's misfortune or lucky. It's going to the other.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you're a champion of these two?
Well, I mean, so they say, but I feel like I'm more like cannon fodder.
Well, look, you can't be the only one, right? I mean, well, if you're the only one, then you're not cannon fodder. You're important. If there are more, yes, you're cannon fodder, not important. But interesting.
Uh,
Could religion also help clue us in partially to this figure or history?
You could
I
do
mean,
history at disadvantage.
You never know. 11.
To For all you know, this figure has been lost to the history books.
Okay. This plan's been going on for a while. Interesting. Or you're not the first.
Jeez, yeah.
Look, if you're not the first, then no pressure. They can find others.
No, it's not that. I feel like I might be jumping to a lot of conclusions here, but I feel like I might have met that guy that they just dipped in there.
And as you say
Oh.
this, the scenery fades to black once more, and you find yourself hearing the drums of war beating.
All right, is this you now?
I don't know. We have to watch further.
And you see this human figure dressed in armor that you don't necessarily recognize. Actually, I think Maltor would recognize it technically. And it's similar to the armor that you saw when you were looking into the future, but much less teched out, so to speak.
Going out on I was just say going out on a limb, and this could be Empire armor, maybe.
And as you hear the drums of war, you see this figure standing amongst an army surrounding him. The army has similar armor that he does, and you see him pull out this great sword made of wood. And as it like progresses, you see him just take down swaths of people. Not lethally, of course, but like
with a wooden sword.
With a wooden sword.
Yeah, he's not lethally doing it. It's
Huh.
And you just both of you see him like mowing down, so to speak, like tap 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 tap, and after every tap, they're like,
oh, mock fighting, how fun!
And you
Is
see
this a real war? What the?
Hard to tell.
And you see this figure accompanied by song, like kind of drift down to him from out of sight. And the song Sylvyre would be able to recognize, as it's similar to the one that they heard in the future, near future. And with that, everything fades to blue again.
I was going to say, can we quickly see if either of those if that figure has the staff notes on him, on his face?
The one that just drifted down, or the one with the sword?
Either or.
You can roll for it.
Yeah. Perception or performance or okay.
Performance.
Performance.
Can I try to see if the music is affecting anyone around?
You can attempt to, but
I'm probably not, but
and 15 on my end.
Yeah.
You
9 on mine.
Maltor, no. But you would be able to see that like any any injuries or like damage that that people would have from the strikes seem to be like fixing themselves through the armor. Or through the song, rather.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
And you see people like who did happen to get injured through like the force of the strikes, like standing back up, and they're like, they appear to be fine afterwards.
Oh.
But as you see this, everything begins to fade back to blue. you find yourself in front of Ranny yet again. Well,
you see what we see, right? Or at least you know what we have seen, right?
usually.
Fantastic. Why the moon and why the song? Why are there so many consistent things throughout the past, present, and future?
Well, I don't know if I'm quite at liberty to say that.
Why not? We're here to learn. You would teach us more learning.
Well, I'm not necessarily the teacher, and things change as I read them. This isn't the first, like as I said before, this isn't the first time that you've been here or have had this experience. Normally, it's a few chapters in, but
right. But that's why we break the mold.
You know what we saw, right?
Probably.
Do you know who the guy that gets turned into a sword and dunked into the ocean is?
I thought his sword was getting, or no, the sword got smushed and he got dunked, right?
Yeah, they got smooshed together.
Became the sword,
blob.
But not really. Yeah, the blob.
The blue.
Sorry, I did not get the answer from Randy.
Sometimes things are a little different this time around, and so I don't know necessarily exactly what has changed. I haven't read that far.
But you would know who that is, right?
Probably. Assuming that hasn't changed.
Can you tell us?
Identities can change?
Well, I mean...
Says the changeling.
Yes.
The things... when you go through and change variables, things end up changing as well. If it's the same person, then would likely be Seo-kun.
Oh.
Interesting.
Well then.
But that could be completely different. It depends.
Depends. Huh.
Indeed.
And as your question is somewhat answered, you feel the entire area shaking, the ground beneath you shaking, books going on the shelves. Oh, well,
God.
Looks like this one is appearing to wrap up. It's interesting that you got to see all three this time, but I do believe that is your exit. And she points up with one of her four hands, and you see a portal similar to the one that you fell through. Well,
I believe the portal will come down to us, right? Right?
As you say that, it's just still floating up there. Well, perhaps I have to lift you up this time. And she extends one hand for each of you to kind of hop on.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
And she raises you up. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, it's so you just stay here and read books till people drop in?
Yes.
Huh.
It's a lonely life.
Well, guess we'll see
bye.
you again.
We'll see you again. Wait a sec. Are we not going to remember this?
Good question.
Wait. Write this down. I take out a pad of paper real quick and start scribbling.
Write it. Make a dex check.
Damn.
Oh, God.
Wait a sec. You're good at that. I'm decent at nat 20. 22.
Oh. Sylvyre doesn't mess around with information.
Notes.
You frantically write down the knowledge that you have experienced through this portal.
Or at very least, cliff notes. Important names, important places. People.
Yeah. And you are risen back up through the portal, furiously scribbling. And Sylvyre...
You're being risen.
You raise me up. But Silver, as you like raise your hand and head through the portal, you get a full Asura body to the face as she's still diving.
Of course.
You will take 1 bludgeoning damage.
No! That's only a 24th of my health!
Oh no!
How will I survive? The Squish Squad.
The Squish Squad.
Alright, I still had temp HP from Reefus. Never mind. I'm happy.
You're fine.
I'm
Everything's
fine. Oh, my auto HP.
As you're both risen up, almost in the same position as which you fell, and time appears to have not moved at all.
And we remember?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm sprawled on the ground. The papers in one way, the quills in the other, pens in the other, whatever. Okay. That was strange. Ow.
Good.
Yeah. A little bit of slapstick never killed anyone. Thanks, Asura. If you could respond, I know you'd have a snarky comment right now, but you're speechless, and that's okay.
I'm pretty sure slapstick. I'm not gonna.
Oh gosh, speak.
They're speaking.
Oh. DM powers activated.
DM powers activated. But honestly, I kind of want to call it there, given just how the
nature of what's left.
Yeah.
That is fair.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
All right.
Let's find out a short session for the 2-player shenanigans.
Yeah. Sorry it was so short, everyone. It's just you know.
It's a fun time.
When you have half of your group gone, you can only do so much in preparation.
Well, that's fine.
Drastically affect everything else.
Well, look, we could go back somehow and look at past of other people. That'd be fine. It's okay. Spying on someone's past is like reading a book, right?
Starts pulling out all the books. We should have taken the books.
I should have tried stuffing them in the bag. You're the rogue. You're supposed to know this. You're supposed to have that instinct.
I don't steal.
You should. Well, you're a rogue. Not to be classist, but still, come on.
That's pretty classist.
Look, sleight of hand is that. Look, you probably. I have sleight of hand proficiency. You should too, just in case.
I
You
don't.
never know. I completely forgot. I also completely forgot I still have Mage Hand at will. I should have been using that the entire time. For what? Nothing but for flavor. But still.
Maybe to help you open the book.
Maybe that's how I opened the book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, thank you so much for joining us this session.
Yeah, thank you for running it. It was a fun time.
I again apologize it was so short, but
next week we'll have the full group, the full session, the full fun.
The real shit will go down.
It'll be fine.
Everything's fine.
The short-ish cut will be fine, and then we'll have a fun time in the arena tournament. We'll tell them about what we saw, then we'll proceed with what happens, and we'll learn through experience and trial and error.
Yeah, but we'll have everyone with us this time.
Excellent.
All right. Well, thank you again for joining us.
Mm-hmm. We'll see you all later.